Hello there, Responsi here from Mind Body Motion. Continue with the Somatics lesson. Today we're going to be addressing lesson 2. And last week we addressed lesson 1, which deals with extensors of the back. You can see right here how it originates the tissue, the myofascial anatomical trains. That originates from the forehead, runs all the way through your back, and then finish up on the top of the toes. Okay, so the exercises that we did last week were focused on extending the spine, standing the body upright, and exercising all the back muscles there. So today in lesson 2, we're going to be working with the flexors of the body, and this is how the line anatomical train line comes right here, the superficial front line, superficial back line we did last week. So the idea of working with these lines is to connect the myofascial lines in a way that they segmentally can be utilized properly there. And then also somatics, meaning voluntary muscle control. So when you want to move your body in a certain way, as you access the somatics part of your body, or the central nervous system. So I want to bring this to your attention and see how fragile and how much movement. This is a lumbar vertebrae right here, and now you can see it doesn't have that much motion here to the side. So it's designed to work this way, and as you can see, the facet joints right here, they don't have that much space. So when we are working and we are exercising and we don't follow the proper sequencing, we can leave gaps on our bodies where the brain is not going to be able to communicate with that. It happened today. I had a client that was asking me why my hip got so tight. Why did it got to be so rigid with the range of motion? So what has happened is when we have an irritation on the body, and we had an accident or an injury, and we don't address it properly, the brain loses interest on that part of the body that has been injured. So we consciously, involuntarily, intentionally, you want to be moving your body to regain all the range of motion that is necessary for the muscles to be functioning there. So there's a rule on the anatomical body, on our bodies, when a joint is too tight, too close, it's not going to be able to generate force. The muscle is not going to be able to contract. So when we have an injury, like a roll up an ankle, it gets really inflamed and it gets swelled up as a preventive measure. Because when you have the swelling fluid in there, it's not going to allow you to move the joint. Therefore, you have to wait till the swelling goes down and start regaining that. But if we don't reconnect the injury area and the nervous system doesn't understand that it's already better, it's going to be skipping that part of your body. So after a few years, it becomes very, very dry, and it's not going to be able to move as it's supposed to. So let's check out lesson number 2 today and visualize how you're going to be moving these joints, one joint at a time, as we're going to be doing the flexion activation of our bodies. Okay, we'll see you at the end. Have a good time.
We'll begin lesson number 2 by laying down and sensing how we feel in our bodies and our back. Just want to remind you the exercises you're going to be doing, the motions you're going to be doing, they're going to be solely doing by the voluntary muscle control, and we'll start by arching our backs, and with the effort of your hand, you're going to lift your head. The idea is for this exercise to let your spine lengthen and relax, and you're going to be moving, and you want to help your head with your hand picking it up, and think about slowly one moving bone vertebrae at a time. If you have a hard time coming up, or you're not reaching down too close to your knee, or your elbow's not coming up close to your knee, or your knee towards your elbow, that's totally fine. Visualize the motion like if you were going to be touching it or you're already touching it there. So the nervous system is going to start figuring out what you want to do. That's what we want to be doing slowly. And I'm exhaling as I'm doing that. And what I'm visualizing then is for us to really relax your stomach versus contracting it. The more that you relax it, the better your vertebrae is going to be able to let go. And segmentally, you're going to be able to release one vertebrae at a time. So we're switching knees here. So now we're going to go across with the right elbow towards the left knee. Again, we're going very slow, and as you can see, I'm tractioning my shoulder with my knee as I'm stretching it out to the away from my body. Follow a tempo more or less of 4 to 5 seconds per repetition, going up and down. And again, exhale as you're coming up. And inhale as you're coming back down and arching the back, the lower back right there. You can see that. So many times we forget about how we are going to be doing certain motions. And, I found out there's either you had an injury and the area of the body got kind of disconnected. Another way that we can have issues with the body is a repetitive motions job that we have, or exercises like running, cycling, things that require a lot of repetitions that wear out the joints sometimes in an improper way. Okay, you can visualize again with your eyes. Think about the area that you're going to be addressing there. So now we're moving the left knee towards the left elbow. Nice and slow. Feeling and sensing what's happening in your back and your spine, and feel the restrictions that your body may have, and address that. Talk to your body. You're the only one that can really fix your body. I'd like you to think about being like those Transformer toys, or you even see the movie. Get inside your body and visualize yourself coming in from inside out, and start commanding your body and letting them know how you want it to move. Get in touch with yourself and see where you are with that. Now we're switching knees again, and we're going to be crossing, bringing the elbow towards the knee. So that you're going to feel a distinctive feeling there as you're crossing the oblique abdominal muscles. They're going to be getting reorganized. So that's the reason why we want to lift our head ourselves versus lifting it, with your own muscle strength. If you try to do that way, you're going to fall back into the path that you already created for many years, the way you've been moving. So we are looking to reorganize that involuntarily, using your nervous system to command it and let them know what you wanted to achieve. And you can see they can look like, oh, well, these exercises are not going to do much for me, but they're very, very, very fundamental and very specific for you to reorganize the front part of your body. Keep paying attention and sensing how your body feels there. So now we're going to interlace the fingers there and putting it behind your head. We're going to lift our feet a little bit there, relax them right there. And now we're going to bring both elbows in towards the knees right there. And again, don't try to touch them. I'm trying to be very symmetrical here, so I come in about the same range of motion there with my knees to my elbows. I could probably reach them, but I'll be forcing my lower back to overstretch. So your body will have a lengthening of the back muscles right now that is already measuring how much you can really fold in. So respect that, and then do this motion slowly there. Okay, we're doing 5 repetitions throughout the whole session here. So if you feel like you want to do more after that, you can do that. But this is a good amount of motions that you can practice. And again, why do I suggest for you to do this early in the morning? Because in the morning you don't have so much thinking about what's going to be happening or what's happening in throughout the day. So take advantage of doing this really early in the morning. As soon as you wake up, roll down to the floor and practice these exercises. I'm going to be showing you some of the specific motions that we did that, and also you're going to be able to sense how much your lower back is feeling much better and touching the floor. We'll see you on the next section.
Okay, so we finished lesson 2. So today we focus on the flexors of the body. We work on the extensors of the body last week. So one of the things we got to be paying attention is the 2 sit bones should be firmly touching the sit. So when you go here, you want to make sure that you're not tilted to the side, or this is going to different directions. So the idea is to voluntarily think about positioning these 2 bones on the seat that you're on. Okay. Let me remind you this part right here. Remember, these are the facet joints right here, and we can palpate that area on our backs by finding this part right here, and we want to feel like it is a little bit of a curvature here. If you go here, that is going to put a lot of pressure on those muscles and the ligaments that hold the spine together. So find center right here, and if you're having a hard time sustaining that arch, you need to have something where you can raise yourself up a little more. Okay, the higher your hip is from your knee, you're gonna be able to have a better access to the curvature here. So that's how you're gonna support your body. And remember, we go to the extensors and then we go to the flexion. So we're going back and forth and we're looking to find center. Voluntarily thinking about these 2 motions is going to bring up a lot of awareness on your posture. So we follow up next week working on the lateral motion of the spine, and that will be start complementing and having more awareness of how you should be sitting. So if you like this video, please give us a comment. Let us know how we're doing with this. You have any specific problems you're suffering with, we'll be glad to help you. Keep on moving, and we'll see you next week.